Yeah, I mean, I was out on the field immediately. I didn't see any of the things that I've since seen on videotape. I did call the commissioner immediately after the game. I thought the sportsmanship policy should be implied, and I requested that the Big Ten look at this. Look, you know, I've played in 4 of these, and the emotions are high. This game is not like anything that any of our teams play throughout the year, so the emotions are high. I can't play in this game anymore, but when we play that team, I'm just going to make sure that you know, our kids have a fair you know, playing field, and that we're held to the same standard as everybody else.
Based upon the adjudication of the 2022 situation, do you also approach Washtenaw County to file charges?
I don't plan on doing that. I don't think that situation should have been a criminal incident, and I don't think this should be as well. This is a sportsmanship policy situation, and the conference will look at it, and it's my wish that the same standard that everyone's held to, that they be held to the same standard. But I do not believe that incident nor this incident is a criminal situation.
Was there a clear prohibition of players leaving the bench to get involved in something?
You could have all of that in place. I think when emotions come in, it's the rivalry game. You know, the idea that it happened on their sidelines, and we had very few of our players. You could see that, you know, that our players were restrained, and that our staff did a great job in preventing many of our players getting involved in what happened.
Was that a player or a staffer who was getting stopped?
Like Jonathan mentioned, I do believe we had a staffer and a player in the scrum.
Do you know if they were getting kicked? Do you know what?
I don't know that. I'm waiting on the conference to look at that, and they tell me what they saw.
There was one part of the video, like about 15 seconds left in the game. It looked like one Michigan State player was dragged down by a bunch of Michigan State players. I don't know, or Michigan players, excuse me. I don't know if you had seen that yet, or if it's still under review. Do you have other angles of things?
I don't have other angles. You know, it's what I want to do is let the conference look at this, and again, make sure that you know, that school is held to the same standard as everybody else.
Do you know the video component of that? I mean, obviously there was in 22 there was video at the end of the tunnel. Does the Big Ten have access to whatever cameras Fox has, to whatever they have?
I don't know that, Chris, but I was on the field right when it happened, and when I looked up and I was holding one of our players, there were 3 cameras in my face. So my guess is there's multiple views of it.
Was anybody hurt, Alan, that you're aware of?
Let's leave that to the conference to look into. You know, I'm sure all that will come out, you know, at some point.
When do you hope to?
Last one, guys.
When do you, timeline-wise, when do you hope to hear from them, and if they responded at all to your initial?
I've been told they're looking into it. I've not been given a timeline. That I just know that the conference will be in touch.
When you talk about standards held to the same standard, you mean players coming over the sideline and getting involved in a fracas and possible suspensions, or what standard?
No, I mean held to the same standard every school is held to when it comes to things like this. I mean, we're held to a certain standard. I want them to be held to that same standard.
Is there any reason to think they wouldn't be?
We have a new commissioner. We have new leadership in the conference office, and my wish is that the new leadership handles this in a clean slate and treat every school with the same standard.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Alan.
Appreciate it.